वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
Jai Shri Krishna. Living for 126 years in mortal form and immortal in the hearts of the generations to follow for over 5000 years now, Krishna, the eighth child of Devaki and Vasudeva, ordained to be brought up as a foster child of Nanda and Yashoda of Gokulam. Krishna acts of balancing dharma and cleansing the karma started with Kamsa and ended with Kauravas. Naughty as a child, lover as a lad, revered as God, benevolent as a friend, dutiful as a husband, strategist as a king, mediator as a relative, tactician as a warrior, charioteer as a soldier, trusted as a counsel, protector of dharma, mortal as an avatar, immortal as collective consciousness. Krishna is consciousness, a part of each life form, eternal and with a purpose, as everything in this creation. Our preceptors and commentators say that there are two books in our scriptures which should be read frequently. We call it Parayanam in spiritual terminology. One is Sundarakanda from Ramayana and the other is Dasamaskanda from Bhagavatam. They provide immense joy while reading and also provide bliss when one contemplates upon the subject matter. The story of Krishna is elaborated in Dashamaskanda or the 10th canto of Bhagavatam. Although Vedavyasa was inspired to author the Bhagavatam Puranam with the sole purpose of glorifying the Krishna avataram, one had to read preceding 9 cantos or skandhas before reading about the Sri Krishna avataram. This can mean that all the spiritual knowledge gained by reading the previous 9 skandhas forms a sort of foundation to understand Sri Krishna's Adbhuta Tattvam. Let's revisit the purpose of Sri Krishna Avataram. There came a time when Mother Earth was unable to bear the sins and cruelty committed by the evil kings and rulers. Mother Earth then prayed to Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, to relieve her from these sinful kings. Lord Brahma prayed to the Supreme Lord Vishnu for reincarnation and to relieve the Mother Earth from these evil rulers. Lord Vishnu accepted the request and assured to defeat the tyrannical forces. Thus, the advent of Krishna Avataram. Lord Sri Krishna was born on Ashtami or the 8th day of midnight in the holy month of Shravana, Krishna Paksham, to Devaki and Vasudeva. Lord Sri Krishna appeared in his original form of Vishnu as described in Vishnu Sahasranamam. Sasankachakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Saraseru Hekshanam Sahara Vakshasthala Shobhi Kaustubam Namami Vishnum Sarasa Chaturbujam. One also needs to understand the reasons why Lord Sri Krishna was born to Devaki and Vasudeva. As per Bhagavat Puranam, in a previous birth, Vasudeva was born as Sutapa and Devaki as Prishni. They both were ardent devotees of Lord Vishnu and performed several austerities to make him happy. They performed penance for 12,000 years. Finally, when Lord Vishnu appeared in front of them, they asked him for a son just like Vishnu himself. In the first Janma, in Satya Yuga or Kruta Yugam, Vishnu was born as Prisnagarbha, son of Sutapa and Prisni. In the second life, during Treta Yuga, he was born as Upendra or Vamana, son of Aditi and Kasyapa. In the third life, towards the end of Dwapara Yuga, he was born as Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva and Devaki. On the night of Krishna's birth, as soon as he was born, a bright light
filled the prison, and Vasudeva was woken up by a divine voice of none other than Vishnu himself that guided him to take Sri Krishna across the Yamuna and leave him with his dear friend Nandaraja, the head of Gopa tribe. Nandaraja and his wife Yashoda had also given birth to a baby girl that very night. This baby girl was none other than Yogamaya, the avatar of Parashakti. As instructed by the divine voice, Vasudeva holds Chinni Krishna in his arms. At this very moment, the chains around his legs break free. According to our commentators, breaking of chains indicate that Vasudeva was free from all karma bandhas or bondages. They also go on to say Vasudeva's Hridaya Grandhi was unknotted, leading to a state of permanent bliss. All this was possible due to grace of Lord Vishnu and the physical contact with Lord Krishna. With Lord Sri Krishna in his arms, Vasudeva leaves the jail without any difficulties. It was past midnight and whole sky was covered with clouds. It was raining ferociously. However, Vasudeva was least affected as Adisesha, the Anantanag, expanded all his wounds and provided protection in form of an umbrella to both Vasudeva and Lord Sri Krishna. As per our Puranas, sun god or Surya Bhagavan has two children, Yamuna and Yama. Yamuna is Kalasvarupa or symbol of time. Yamuna keeps flowing continuously, unhindered by the surroundings. As they say, the clock never stops ticking. On the other hand, Yamuna's sibling Yamadharmaraja has been assigned the responsibility of a timekeeper for every living being in this world. When one's time is up, Yamadharmaraja takes away the prana of a particular jiva from his world without any exceptions. Surya Bhagavan is the reference point for time in form of sunrise or Suryodaya and sunset or Suryastamam. In the epic Ramayana, the ocean provided a safe passage to Prabhu Sri Rama and his Vanarasena. In a similar manner, river Yamuna too provided a safe passage to Vasudeva to cross over to Vrindavan with Sri Krishna in his arms. Our Acharyas comment that Vasudeva could cross the Yamuna, the Kalaswarupa, without an obstacle as he was holding Sri Krishna in his hands, due to which he had overcome the body consciousness and he was beyond the bounds of duality experienced by normal mortals. Sri Krishna was born in darkness of the night, into the locked confines of a prison. However, at the moment of his birth, all guards fell asleep. The chains were broken and the barred doors gently opened. Similarly, as soon as Krishna Chaitanya or awareness takes birth in our hearts, all darkness, negativity in us fades. All chains of ego, I, me, myself are broken. And all the prison doors we keep ourselves in, such as caste, religion, nationality, profession, relations, etc., are opened. And this is the real message and essence of Janmashtami. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Let's conclude this session with a shloka chanting from Bhagavad Gita.
पवित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।